Hi, Dr. Bridget here with another prescription for success, and today I'm going to talk about common causes of overwhelm. Overwhelm. It's interesting. I looked up the definition of overwhelm, and it can be either positive or negative. So it's a sort of very large thing that happens to you, and that can be positive. Say if you won the lottery, you'd be overwhelmed by how much money you'd won. But quite often, people that I talk to are overwhelmed by large amounts of negative things. So I was talking to a client in networking recently, and we'd done some work quite a few months ago and sorted out her self-belief and any negativity that was there. But then things started to happen around her, relationships started to go a little bit awry. Work moved the boundaries about how she worked with them, and generally she started to feel not in control, and she started to talk about the amazing amount of paperwork that was accumulating around her and all the things that were going wrong. And I think what had happened is that she just thought, I'm not in control. And as we talked things through, her father popped into her mind. And her father was someone that just did what her mother wanted. So he sort of felt like a bit of a victim, and he'd always say to her, all you can do is the best that you can do. And it wasn't necessarily useful, that, because when she was not in control, she got this overwhelming feeling of being really wobbly. Now, I've had similar feelings in the past where you just sort of get stuck to the floor, or your legs start to wobble because of the seeming huge amount of negative stuff that you've got to deal with, or just general stuff that you've got to deal with. And the thing to do is to put yourself back in control. And what we did is we looked at everything that was overwhelming her, and well, they were quite big things. They weren't actually large numbers of things. And she started to break them down into what she was in control of and what she wasn't in control of. And we just put some things in place so that she was in control of everything. And she went away a lot more motivated, with a big plan, and felt in control of her life. And sometimes that means that you have to do some things that might be not what you want to do, or a bit out of your comfort zone. So for instance, she needed to talk to her son, who she was in business with, about money scenarios and what was actually happening in the business. And she didn't really want to do that. But as soon as she decided to do that, then she felt in control. And it's, in reality, it's a reasonable thing to do with someone that you're in business with. And they just put some time aside, some protected time, rather than having conversations happen in the middle of all the sort of seeming chaos. So once we'd got it down on a flip chart and decided what she was going to do to take back control, then suddenly the overwhelm disappeared, and it was just a series of jobs, and the emotion actually disappeared. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed, then take a step back, write down exactly what you've got to do, write down what you can be in control of, and do those things, and it'll all seem an awful lot better. So that's my message for the week. Be in control, and the negative emotions of overwhelm will disappear. So give me a ring if you're struggling with anything like that. Sometimes just talking to someone for half an hour will make everything seem totally different, as it did in this case. So I shall see you next week, and happy list making. Bye.